world where the Constitution is under attack, one team of patriots stands up to fight for what's right with courage, strength, truth, and justice. Backed by popular demand and broadcasting live via the internet, this is the world-famous Rage Against the Regime, bringing you hard-hitting exclusive interviews and covering the topics the mainstream media doesn't dare to touch. Here are your hosts, Bobby Who's the Man and Becky Williams.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Rage Against the Regime Radio. I'm your host, Bobby Who's the Man. I just wanted to step in here for a few minutes and bring some breaking news. I really apologize for my voice. My voice is pretty much gone. It's terrible. It is what it is. No big deal. Just wanted to break some news. There's some reports that are coming out that Putin has now said that he wants to create World War III with the United States, and he wants the battlefield to be Syria. Now, this is reports that are coming out, and I'm talking about reports all over the place. Most of them coming out from, the regions close to Russia and the Czech Republic and so on and so forth. But there are reports coming out all over the place that Putin has stated that he wants to go to war with the United States coalition. Now, I've been looking into it and I have been coming up with information. There is also a few audio clips that have been released within the last, couple hours, and it's pretty much, it's surfaced all over the place. We're not really breaking any news. I'm sure you guys probably heard about it, but it looks like it's getting real, folks. It looks like this situation is getting real. Putin has come forward and said that he has information that the United States is the one that created ISIS. Okay, there's no secret to this. Okay, they've been talking about this for a long time. The weapons that these guys are getting, the vehicles that they're driving around in, the money that they have, and then we just gave all that money to Iraq, I'm sorry, not Iraq, to Iran, to help them build nuclear weapons and so on and so forth. And then, we didn't even give them any kind of hard laws on inspection. I mean, it's a self-inspect, 24 hours. I mean, there's too many things that as soon as it happened, it just looked bad all the way around. Okay, now here we are. We're at the point where the United States wants to still be getting involved in protecting the wrong people. Okay? And then we're allowing all these refugees to come into our country, and all these states are trying to do something to try to stop it. But of course, Obama, being the hardhead that he is, he doesn't care about the American public. He doesn't care about your governors. He doesn't care about our political offices. He's going to do whatever the hell he is told to do by George Soros and the Rothschilds and the Rockefellers and so on. So what it boils down to at this point right now is that he's going to keep flooding our country with all these refugees, and they're going to keep coming here, and we're going to keep having, acts of violence like what happened the other day in San Bernardino, California. And luckily, the police found the place that those two people were staying at and found all the bombs that were inside the apartment. And, they had a way bigger plot going on there. Okay, they were going to be taking out a lot more places if they didn't get caught. So now it makes you wonder, what kind of organization do they have there? Do they have something in place, and some kind of plan in California? Today, Sergeant Joe Biggs from Alex Jones Show, he went to that area of California, and he went and talked to a lot of Muslims in that area. And of course, they were doing taqiyya. Oh no, if we would have ever known that guy was doing that, we would have called the authorities. We would have did this. We would have did that. You know what? They might be telling the truth. I mean, they seem like they were very well educated guys, so on and so forth. But I mean, they very well could have been, doing taqiyya and getting away with it. And for those of you that don't know, that means that they can lie about something about their religion. As long as it's protecting their religion, they can lie to you. Make up a bunch of stuff and get you to believe it when it's not the truth. So, ladies and gentlemen, be prepared for what's going to be coming, here in the next few days. I have a feeling that Obama is going to head back to the Oval Office, and, he's going to try to, do some kind of report, that, Russia is trying to go to war with us and this and that. And you know what? We're actually, I say we because we have to, say that we're part of the United States, even though I don't feel that he's my president, nor is he, any one of our presidents. He's doing everything against our country. But he's going to start blaming it on Putin and saying, oh, Putin wants, to do the wrong thing and hurt all the wrong people and this and that. And no, Putin is doing the right thing. He's trying to take out the terrorists. Okay? Because I'm going to tell you right now, if you go back in history and look out all the major events that have happened throughout the last, I think it's 20 or 30 years, you will see that every major catastrophe, every bombing, every, major incident that happened, it was a Muslim behind it, except for Timothy McVeigh. And for those of you that don't know, Timothy McVeigh was actually trying to get back at the government for what they did in Waco, Texas to the Davidians. Now, do I agree with what, what Timothy McVeigh did? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You don't do any kind of mass destruction to your own country. You don't hurt your own people. In fact, you try to stop from hurting anybody. I mean, if it has to come down to that, well then, it's not worth it anyway. But I had a feeling that this was going to happen. Okay? I had a feeling that this was going to happen. But see, that doesn't explain to us why Russia had a plane that was flying around the United States down by Texas, no, not by Texas, I'm sorry, by Arizona and by Las Vegas and, through those areas, and it had a flight course. It had no call letters, but it came up as Russian military. Did we allow it to come through? I mean, there's one day a year that we allow other military from other countries to do a flyover of the United States. It's some kind of safe flyover thing that they have, that every country does. And it wasn't that day. Now, it's no secret that the Russians have been flying next to our border, 50 miles off of our coasts for a long time now. And they continue to keep doing it, and we keep scrambling, jet fighters out there to go chase them off, and then, away they go. They've been trying us for a long, long time. And ladies and gentlemen, you call it what you want. But I think we're going to be calling it the beginning of World War III. I hope and pray that it doesn't come to our soil and it doesn't reach here. And I'm hoping that it doesn't become something that is nuclear. But you never know. You never know. Anything is possible. And it's really scary, folks. It's really scary. See, I kind of thought that Putin, felt bad for the American public and, would never have taken it out on the American people on what Obama's doing and, what the regime is doing and everything else. But at least he's saying, hey, Syria is going to be the battlefield. So, I don't know. Ladies and gentlemen, if you get any information, please feel free to leave it on our Rage Against the Regime podcast page on Facebook, or you can email us at rageagainsttheregimepodcast@gmail.com. And, this is going to be a hot subject. People are going to be passing the information along, but I don't want to hurt you guys' ears anymore with my voice that's completely gone here. So I just wanted to stop in and break some news. Have a good night, everybody. So until next time.
Thank you for listening to Rage Against the Regime Radio. Don't be a stranger. Please like our Facebook page and follow us on Twitter @RATR Podcast. And feel free to leave some feedback whenever you listen to us. You can also email us at rageagainsttheregimepodcast@gmail.com.